So, hier kommt mein Interview mit Sandra Bullock und Daniel Radcliffe zu dem Film The Lost City, das Geheimnis der verlorenen Stadt. Sie spielt eine Abenteuerromanautorin, die entführt wird von einem Millionär, der glaubt, dass sie in einem ihrer Bücher einen Hinweis zu einem echten Schatz versteckt hat. Das Interview mit Daniel Radcliffe und Sandra Bullock seht ihr jetzt. Hi Sandra. Hi Daniel. Nice to see you again. I'm very happy to see you. I want to have an overall theme for the interview. It's storytelling, because it's a story that is in itself great about someone who writes great stories. So that would be the angle. And Daniel, you obviously grew up with great stories and the power of great stories. Yeah. So Sandra, I want to know, when was the time in your life when you realized that stories have an immense power in them and you can make people happy with them and you can change their lives with one great story, and you started to work in this business?
That's a really great question. I was raised between the United States and Germany, and when I was I was an avid reader as a child. Like, I would lie in bed and covers and I would just read and get lost and fantasize and put myself in the world. And then when I would watch movies in Europe, they were never in the language that I spoke. So I was able to get lost in worlds that I might not have understood the language, but I understood what was being said through brilliant storytelling, great Italian films in black and white, just like I had. And my parents were opera singers. I couldn't understand Italian, so I would see these glorious operas, and when they were done well, you understood everything. And I realized at a very young age how I loved being able to tell a story without using words, if that makes sense. So that's where the physicality and the physical comedy came in that I knew that that translated all language. And getting lost in that and telling stories that way, I just fell in love with it. That I could make people laugh by using my physicality and not using a language is what sort of drew me into the world of magic and storytelling.
That's beautiful. The movie really made me happy. It was not just entertaining, but it was really movie magic. And I know exactly, I came out, I was like, whoa, this was more than just beautiful pictures on a movie screen.
Yeah.
So how early on do you know, if you're making a movie, that this is going to work? Do you have to get surprised by the premiere, or do you even feel magic if you're yourself inside one movie?
I think I think you can almost always tell when something is going to be bad, but I don't think you're ever confident enough halfway through to go, this will be good. I think you always, like with this one, I always get off a set and go, well, if it's half as much fun to watch as it was to film, we'll be good. Yeah. But yeah, I've definitely been on things before where you're like, this is not gonna make it, this is not gonna be good, and you know that very early on.
Well, we were with the film until 2 weeks ago. We were working on this film. So we saw every edit, every cut, every preview, and we had so many different tones that had to meet and be okay. It was nerve-wracking. Was it perfect at the beginning? We had to dial something up, pull something back, take something out, put something back in. There was a lot of little tweaks until we landed where we felt we were in the right place. So we knew what we wanted. It just took us a while to just tweak the minutia to really make the audience feel it, rather than us going, well, this is what we mean. They go, but you're not feeling it. So it took us a bit.
And you all actors, I felt it, you knew by heart one very important lesson of life, and that is, don't take yourself too seriously, have a good fun, have a laugh for yourself, so how do you embody that, what you know in your life? How do you know how to not take yourself too seriously?
I think it just comes naturally, because if you take yourself a bit seriously, you find out life's much less fun that way. I think, I don't know, I feel like, I think when you know that there's an outside perception of you, getting to show that you're not that, like, I always knew people thought I would be like a bratty child actor, so when I got to do extras, exactly, they were right. So when I got to do extras and like play a bratty child actor in something, like the minute you can show like, oh, I'm aware of this thing and I find it funny too, like, I don't know, I think it's been, particularly for comedy, like if you're, as you say, no one in this film, like Sandy, I almost could do Sandy, Channing, like everyone just like comes in and is really like game, and I think it does make for much better, certainly better comedy.
Yeah. I think my producing partner, Liza, and myself, we had a no asshole policy at the beginning. We says, we are here for joy. It's hard work, but we want joyous, kind, self-deprecating, hardworking human beings. And there's a lot of people who take themselves very seriously out there. A lot. Had no place on our set. Had no place.
No.
Nope.
You see that in the movie. Thank you very, very much. Today was my birthday, so this was the best present ever.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Thank you. That was really great.
See you next
Bye.
time.
Nice
Bye.
time. Take care.
95.5 Charivari. Münchens Hitradio.